Good day, friends and family. This is Avril, your host here for today. And yeah, today I'm coming just to give you a little bit encouragement, but I'm also going to challenge you with your mindset and the way you think, so that you can become aware. Because I strongly believe that this is a season that the Lord wants to give us, like to take us to another level. But do you have the capacity? Do we have the capacity to move ahead? So, because sometimes the beliefs, our own beliefs, are holding us back, that we think that maybe we're not good enough, maybe we do not come from the right family, you doesn't have the educational background. There's just always but. Take the but out and just make statements that you are able, that you can. And don't ever think that you are the first person or the only person going through challenges in your life. We all do. So, but very often, they normally say our greatest challenge is the prison that we put ourselves in. So I would like you to physically, I sometimes would say, I take whatever rope is turned around me or what ties my hands behind my back, I cut them loose. And physical things, there's nobody that's going to watch you. So sometimes you have to do crazy things, or you open that cage door and you say, I'm free, because whom the Son set free is free indeed. So don't tolerate those things. So what are the limiting beliefs that we sometimes have? A limiting belief is an idea that you've accepted as a truth. People, this Bible, this word is the only truth. If this word doesn't say that you are a loser, then it's a lie. So go back to the truth. Truth is very important. You said you're not good enough, you're a failure. What's dangerous is that these thoughts later on become your identity. You know, I've spoken to so many people in life, and I try to tell them, yes, but look at it from this point of, look at it from that angle. But then I realize they've got a made up mind. And it's so challenging for you to inspire them to think differently, to act differently. And at the end of the day, you just think, well, that's your belief. But you can see also their life won't really progress to where they want. Destiny seems far away, instead of every step with a positive mindset or the right mindset moves us in the direction that we want to be. Because they always would say, but I failed. Why don't you begin saying saying I am a failure? There's a huge difference between the faith that you say I failed and to acknowledge I am a failure. Because our one describes an event and the other defines the person. Perhaps somebody told you one day that you're not good enough, you're useless. You know, sometimes I can recall, but I tend to forget it. So then I would always ask the Lord, erase that from my memory. I don't want to be reminded of those things again, because you died at the cross so that I can be set free. So become realistic. You'll never, sometimes you want to tell yourself you never amount to much. People, your whole world is in front of you. It's not where you start in life, is how you're going to end this race. We're all in a race, and this race is called perseverance. So don't let others' rejection then put your identity of who you are. If you are made in the image of the Lord, then you have the same abilities that Jesus have. You have. He's our elder brother. So try to enforce your mind with the positive things again, things that are true. So once you say maybe I failed, others say I've learned. So don't say, I failed so much in this test, or I failed so much with this business, or I failed so much, and you continue failing. Why just become calm and say, what can I learn from this experience? And now you turn it around, and now you start working on it, because nothing in life is a failure. It's just a stepping stone to your next great victory. It is how the perception that you see it with. So let's take a mirror look okay, say for instance, you look in the mirror and then you have a pair of glasses on. Now, when these glasses are cracked, you're going to see maybe everything appears broken. When the pair of glasses are maybe dirty, everything looks dirty. It depends the glasses that you put on. It's your belief becomes the filter through which you interpret life. Now, sometimes when I created something, or I like flyers those days when without AI, before AI, and then I would look at it, and if it's not that beautiful, I would do some writing, and I read it again, and it's not the way I wanted to. The first thing, I never just discard. I will normally go to the mirror and I would take water or whatever and wash my eyes, or oil, and I anoint my eyes again, and I see through the lenses that the Lord gave you. The moment I do, and I pick up that script that I started writing, and I read it again, it is mind-blowing. Then I said, whoa, does this come from you? Or I look and I see, it's beautiful. So it is the eyes of the beholder. So what do you see? What do you let your mind reproject back to you? So your beliefs become the filter through which you interpret life. If you believe people can't be trusted, then you won't trust nobody. Where are you going to be alone in life if you cannot trust people? If you believe you're not good enough, you'll overlook every opportunity. The world doesn't wait for perfect people. It waits for people that can step up and come to wherever they want to be, one step at a time. Your mindset doesn't influence your life. It creates a life you expect. Like in Romans 12:2, where it says, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Why should the mind be renewed? People, the mind and the heart works together. If the mind thinks of something, it goes and it takes it from the mind to the heart. And on this heart is like a field that produces. So what starts growing on here is what comes in here. Now just think, if you're going to have all the negative and you see life as ugly and through an eye that is not good, what is produced in the heart will be dark. It will be a lot of weeds, and this is what at the end it produces. So the heart can only produce what the mind feeds it. That's why it's so important. If you can remember one thing today, remember what I said. The heart can only produce what the mind feeds it. So start feeding your mind with what you want to see. If you want to become the number one businessman or businesswoman in the world, then you go after everything. Study other people, meditate on them. What did they do? How did they get there? What courses do I need to take? What quick things? Whatever. Who do I need to go sit with? Go to that direction. Learn from others. Nothing is new. You do not need to reinvent the wheel. You just need to step up, step out, and start. That's all that is expected of you. Another interesting scripture is in Proverbs 23:7. That says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So which means the heart can also think. What is here in the heart? What did the mind produce to the heart that the heart just give back? Either the good or either the bad. So your words become your actions. Sometimes you will see people are laid back. They cannot get up. Then they talk about procrastination or all these things. But all it boils down to the thought pattern in your mind. So it's time that because every successful person had taken action. What action are you going to take today regarding your mind? What are you repeatedly going to say as from this point forward? How are you? Sometimes when I want to remember things, I put it on my fridge, I put it on my stove, I put it on all the mirrors. No, not my stove, the mirrors and things, and even on my heart, on my hand, and I will write them down, and I will put them in my heart so that it can take root, so that later on I start believing the things that I say, even though it's not visible yet. You speak the things, we are made in the image of God. And if God is a good God and God can do such a lot of things, who are we? Why do you belittle yourself? Who told you you're not good enough? Get rid of that voices. Change your mind today and you will see how your world starts changing. With that in mind, love you till next time. Please subscribe to my channel because I want you to get this revelation. As for the Lord has great, He wants to take you into your promised land, but your mindset should change. It's not, if it's very big, then you know you need God in this situation. You cannot do it on your own. Then you have to trust in the Lord. So with that in mind, start changing your mind. Till next time, love you, Avril.